Hello students. So in this today's lecture we will see about built-in objects in JavaScript. We already seen JavaScript is an object-oriented language. Whatever the variable we are taking, whatever the thing we are taking, that is an object. It has some properties and some methods. For example, we already seen, for example, car, table, fan, TV, whatever the things, these things are considered as an object and it has the properties like color, model, name, etc., shape, etc. And the methods might be start, stop, drive regarding with car or bicycle, that drive, like that. Similarly, some built-in objects, some built-in objects are available in JavaScript. Whatever the text we are entering, whatever the text we are entering on given form or given text box, that may be text, that may be string, that may be number, or that may be date. So JavaScript is also having some objects, built-in objects and the properties and methods for that objects. First we will see about string object. String means what? String means any character or set of characters, that may be numbers, that may be text, that may be numbers, that may be text. Generally we are using text or alphabets as string to enter characters of string. The properties related with that string objects are, it has one property, that is length. This property is used to calculate the number of characters in a string. For example, here in your textbooks they already given one example, var str. Var is declaration of variable, str name of that variable. Here they stored one string. This is one string, that is any text which is having some set of alphabets or numbers, whatever, in double quote. So this is information technology. So if we want to display this text, what we can write? We can write document.write into bracket str. If we write this, we can get the output as information technology. If I want to calculate the length of this string, I can write document.write str.length. So it will give the number of characters in these strings including space. So here it will return the length of string 22. And the methods, what are the methods? Like first is char at. Char at returns the character at specified position. We will go with example one by one this property, through this property. First see, I have written one code on that. First we will go to the output. See, here I given one text box to enter the text or string, whatever I want to enter here. And then here I given some buttons, on that buttons I given the values which are explaining methods. For example, length is a property. So once I click the length button, it will return me the length of the string. If I click on the character button, it will return me the character at specified index. We will see how it is working. First, I need to pass one string, information technology. Information technology. What will be the output? if I click on length button, my output will be the string has 22 characters. The string has 22 characters. Okay. Next, I want to return one character at specified index. At specified index. For that, this is second number of button where I return one code, some user defined function with char at name. So we will go to that function, char at function. What is the syntax for that? I took one variable where I assign the value of text box which is on my form, the value of text box, and the method I am using, how I can use the method, name of the method into bracket. Here the number indicates index number, which number of character you want to return. I want to return fourth number of character. So see, we will see the output once I click on character. The fourth number of character is R. We will check here. First character is I, second is N, third is F, fourth one is O, and fifth one is R. But here I got the character R, which is at fifth number. Why? Because our browser counts length starting from 0. It considers the index number starting from 0. So 0 number index character is I. First number of character is N. Second number is F. Third number is O. And fourth number is R. That's why I got here R as an output. Our next method is what we saw here. The method char add into bracket, we need to pass one integer value, that is the index value of the string. So whatever the value we pass, it will return that number of character. But here it counts the character starting from 0, not from 1. So once I pass here char add into bracket 4, it will give me fifth number of character. Why? Because it counts the string from 0. That's why. Next method, index of. Index of means it will return the index of, means the integer number. We will get the value as integer number. It will return me the index number of that character in the given string. We will see with output index of character. See here, index of into bracket, whatever the index means which character you enter, information technology. If you want to check the number of this A, if you want to check the number of this A, then you need to write the code as variable, assign the text box value to that variable, dot method index of into bracket. Which index you want to get know? I want to get know index value of A. Index value of A. So the index of character is plus ind, means this variable. So we'll check information. I pass only information and I want to check the index. So the index of character is 6. What? Browser given me the value as 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually it's 7 number, but I got 6. Why? Because it counts the number starting with 0, not with 1. That's why the number is 6. If I return any alphabet which is not in that string, for example, I pass here Q. I passed here Q. Now this Q is not in this information. We will see this Q is not in this information letter, means information word q letter is not there, then what I will get? We'll check. The index of character is -1. -1 means that letter is absent in this string. So index of returns the first occurrence, and last index of next method is last index of. This gives us the last occurrence. For example, in this information I is 2 times. If I want second times i's value, if I want first time i's value, I have to write index of method. I have to write index of method. We will write here I. Now we'll check. Index value for information is 0, but the last index value is 8. Index value is 8. That means the index of value gives us the index value for first occurrence, and last index of gives us last occurrence. Next method is substr. Substr. It actually takes two parameters. It takes two parameters. Whatever the things we are passing in the bracket, that are known as parameters. This is the method, and in this bracket we need to pass two parameters. First parameter indicates the starting point of the substring, and second parameter indicates how many characters you want from that substring. So substr into bracket 14 comma 7, we will check with example. Substr into bracket, here I given 5 comma 2, we will check the output. Substr ma 5 comma 2, what we have given here? 5 comma 2, that is 1 0 1 2 3 4 5. At fifth number m, 5 means starting point of the substring, and 2 means how many number of characters you want. So it will give us the string which will start from fifth index value, and it will give us 2 characters from that string. That means MA. So we got here MA. Next method is substring. Which return us substrings, means part of the string. In that again it takes 2 parameters. First parameter is starting point, and last parameter is ending point. First parameter is starting point, and last parameter is ending point. For example, here I given first parameter is 5 and last parameter is 12. So our total number of string is 11 characters. Now we will check substring MATION. As I have given 5 comma 12. Actually only 11 letters are here, but I given 5 comma 12. It will start the string from 5 means M, but it will end to the N, that means 11, because 12th letter is not here. So it will given me the remaining string whatever I wrote here. So substring means what? Substr takes 2 parameter, in which first parameter is starting index but second parameter number of characters, and in substring it is first parameter is starting point index value and next parameter is ending index value. Next method is trim method. Trim method, what it does? It removes white space from both sides of string. For example, if we pass here one string, But before passing, if I wrote some space, given some space, and then I enter the string, then again I given some space, then check. First it was given us 11 as length. Now we will check how many length it is given. It has given us length as 15 characters. Why? Because first two blank spaces and next two blank spaces we given here, that's why. So it totally given us me the length of this string as 15 because I have given 4 blank spaces, 2 in front, 2 at the end, that's why. So once I click on the trim, it will remove these 2 blank spaces which I given at the starting and ending, and then it will give me the length of this string. Trim. See, the string is information with the length 11. Now it reduced the length. So trim. What is the use of trim? It removes the blank spaces at starting point as well as ending point. Next function is uppercase. Uppercase means capital letters. Here, if you want to write any letters in capital, you can use the word as uppercase, and if you want to letters in small alphabets, you can use the word as lowercase. So uppercase means you will convert the letter into capitals. Information, all letters into capital. See, for that here I wrote the code. What is the syntax for that? To uppercase, opening ending bracket, to uppercase. It will convert the given value into capital letters. If I want to convert the value into lowercase, instead of this uppercase, I need to write to lowercase. To lowercase. See here. To uppercase to lowercase means it converts string to uppercase means capital, and to lowercase means convert a string into lowercase means small letter. So these are all the methods for string object, and this is the property. Which is the property? Length. String has one property, that is length, which will return the number of characters in the string, and methods caret, index of, last index of, substr, substring, trim, to lowercase to uppercase. These are the methods. Next object is math object. Math object, obviously it will handle some mathematical functions. So some mathematical functions means it related with some mathematical values. Whatever the value you entered, that value, if you want the square root of the value, if you want the absolute number of that value, if you want the floor value of that value, then you can use these functions. So some methods you have. First is absolute method, which returns absolute value of a number. Whatever the value you are passing in this bracket, it will give the absolute value of this number. So we'll go with example for this also. See here. Here I took one variable with value 4.6. First line of code is to print the given value. Second line of code to write or to print the round value for this value. Actually in your syllabus you don't have this method. If you want, you can keep it in mind. Round value, that means related with it relates the rounded, means if you have 4.5, it will give you 5. If you have 4.6, it will give you 5. But if you have 4.2, it will give 4. It will round up your value. It will round up your value. Whatever the value, if you pass in the decimal point, by using this decimal point, it will round up your value. After decimal point, if your integer is greater than 5, it will round up to the next integer. If it is smaller than this 5, then it will give you to the previous integer, like that. Round up your value. Cell means same, it also gives you the next integer value. We will check with output, so you will get it now very well. See, entered value, your entered value is what? 4.6. Then your roundup value is 5. Your cell value is 5. The meaning of cell means it will round up the value to the next integer, that is cell value. Next, floor value, it is the work of this floor value is opposite to this cell. It will round up the value to previous integer, that means 4. 4.6, next integer value for this 4.6 is 5, this is cell value, and 4.6 the floor value means it will give the previous integer value, that means 4. Next, absolute value, whatever the value you are passing, it will give the absolute value for that number, that is 4.6. Next, cube root value. Cube root, the syntax for that is CBRT. The syntax for this is what? CBRT. Whenever you want to use math methods, then you need to write this math keyword. Math.round, math.cell, math.floor, and in bracket you need a parameter. Which parameter? Means the value you want to convert. You want to get mathematical equation value for that value. That value you need to pass here, or that parameter you need to pass here. So here everywhere I passed a, because this a is my variable where I took one value and I want to take the mathematical values related with this value. So I am using this a everywhere. So CBRT gives us cube root, ABS gives us absolute value, floor gives us floor value, cell gives us cell value, round gives us round value. Same, to get square root, it will use the syntax SQRT. The random value gives us any random value starting from 0 to 1. It will not have 1, but it having 0 always. It's giving us any round up value. See here, these values changing always. See, this value is 0 point something. It's given us random value for this 4.6. Next, power value. Power value means you need to pass two parameter, first as x and second is y, and you can get the value the x raised to y. Means if you pass here 4 and here 2, means you will get multiplication of this 4 how many times? 2 times. If you pass here 3, then you will get the value as 4 multiplied by 4 3 times. 4 multiplied by 4 3 times. Like that value, that is power value. Means 4 raised to 3. Maximum values. If you pass some list of values into bracket, it will return the maximum number, maximum value. Minimum value, then minimum value. You will get the minimum value. These are the methods for math object. These are the methods for math object. So you have to keep it in mind, because might be in objectives you may get a question, you may get a name of method and they will ask the description, or they may have asked to return the absolute value of number dash dash function we use, and you will get some function names in the options. So you have to choose the right options. Next object is date object. Next object is date object. So date object means the object related with date. If we want to display current date, then we need to see. If we want to display today's date, then we need to take one variable and we have to assign this variable to the date object. That means here we create dt as a new instance of this date object. Here dt is the new instance of this date object. So now this dt is having today's date, today's time, today's month, today's year. The value of date is not only date, it is having date, month, year, the time from seconds also. We will see the output, then you will get to know what it is displaying. Search date object. See, today's date is, this is today's date. Whatever the your browser is saving date by default, that date given us, that date it given us. Who? The browser. The browser given us today's date. Whatever in settings of browser, it has the date. So in our browser, we have today's date. This is Monday, April 5, 2021. This is the time, and this is as per India Standard Time. If we want only date, if we want only date, then we need to write the function dot get date. Variable name dot get date. It will return the date number. It will return the date number, that is 5. If we want day, today's day, today's day is Monday, but it will give us the integer value for that Monday, and that is 1. Integer value for the Monday is 1, and for the Sunday is 0. If we want year, we are having the method as get full year. Get time, it return us the time. Similarly, as we are getting the date, we can set the date also. If we want to set the date, we can use a keyword set. For example, see, we again took one variable with today's date, but I want to set the date yesterday's date number only. I want to set yesterday's date. Then I need to use this method, that is set date. Which date you want to set? That number you need to pass here as parameter. Then the output is here. User date is Sunday, April 4. What I did there, just I set yesterday's date here, that is 4. Today's date actually 5th, but instead of that I set the date as 4, so my date become yesterday's date now. This is my output. User date is Sunday, April 4, 2021, and this is the time. So which are the methods date object is having? Get date, get day, get full year, get hours, get minutes, get months, get seconds, get time. Now function also return number of milliseconds from midnight January 1, 1970. And these are the methods to set the dates. Set date, set full year, set hours, set minutes, set months. So name are explaining the use of methods. This is about date object. Next object is number object. Number objects, some properties and methods related with number. Some properties and methods related with number. So for that, we will go directly with example number object. Here I am passing any one number with decimal value, that is this float value. This is float number 4.5. The number with decimal is float number, and the number without float, that is integer number. So it is having three properties. It is having three properties. First minimum value, second maximum value, and third one is not a number. So in a JavaScript, if you want to return the maximum value of JavaScript, you need to write a method that is number dot, sorry, this is not method, this is property. You need to write the property as number dot max value. Number dot max value. This property return the maximum number supported by or given by JavaScript. Maximum number given by JavaScript is this. Second property minimum value. It returns the minimum value given by the JavaScript. That is this one. Third one is not a number. If you want to check your number is number or not, then we can use the property that is dot nan, which returns us the given number is number or not a number. Next, if you want to check the next, now these are the properties. Now we'll see the methods. If you want to check the given number is integer or not, then you have one method that is integer. You have one method that is integer method. In bracket, you need to pass one parameter. You need to pass one parameter. The number which you want to check, that is number means integer or not. Now for our number, what we'll get? It will return either true or false value. So our number is 4.5. We'll check what it is given as false. It given as false. The number is not integer means. Why? Because it is having decimal value. If the number is without decimal value, then it will return us the value for this line of code as true. Next, parse int. Parse means convert. Convert int. Parse int means convert int. Parse int converts the given string or a given whatever the number, floating number or something, it will convert it into integer number. If you pass any number into text box, by default it is a string. But if you want to do some arithmetical operations or some mathematical operations with that, you need to convert that number into integer, and for that purpose we have one method that is parse int method. Into bracket we need to pass the parameter which string you want to convert into integer. Next, parse float. It converts the given string into floating point number, and this is fixed. As per my information, instead of is fixed, we have two fixed. We don't have is fixed, we have two fixed. It will return the value with fixed number, means the decimal points. How many decimal points you want? How many integers you want after this decimal point? If you want 1, you have to pass here 1. If you want 2, you need to pass here 2. We will check the output, then you will get to know. Here, see, number is integer or not? No, it's not. That's why false number converted into integer. It will give us the 4. This is parse float 4.5, and this is in fixed 4.50. Why? Because here I I have written num dot to fixed 2. If I have written here 3, then I will get 4.500, means after decimal point 3 integers. So this number gives us how many numbers of integers you want after the decimal point. So parseInt method converts the string into integer, parseFloat method converts the string into floating point number, and toFixed returns us the exact digits after. It returns us the number with number of digits we want after decimal point. So this is about number object. This is about number object. How many properties it have? 3. Minimum value, maximum value, not a number. And methods 4 you have for your syllabus, that are isInteger, parseFloat, parseInt, and isFixed. But instead of isFixed, try to use toFixed. Instead of isFixed, try to use toFixed, not isFixed. Next, array object. First, what is mean by array? By using variable, we have seen we are storing the value to particular variable. But how many values we can store? We can store only one value. But if I want to store multiple values, then at that time I need to use array. I need to use array. What is array? Array is an object which can store collection of items, or array is an object which can store multiple values. So if we want to store multiple values in a single variable, we can use array. Our array can store multiple values in a single variable. For example, see here, variable fruits equal to mango, apple, orange, grapes. So our fruit variable is having how many values? 4 values. 4 values. We can write the code either this or by this way. Either by this way or by this way. This is the way in which we are instantiating our array. Instantiating our array means we are using new keyword and then our name of the object, and then we are assigning the values to the fruits. This both way we can start our array. We can directly give our array values to our this variable by the either by this way or by this way. So it is also having two properties. First is index. First is index means the property which represents zero based index of the match in the strings. Means we will go with example. So get to know array. See here again I wrote one array, instantiate this array, I assigned this array value to the fruits, and what the values I passed here as the name fruits. I passed here name of fruits, mango, apple, orange, grapes. So my this first document dot write will be what? Array is fruits. Fruits means it will have the values like this. We will see the output. See, array is mango, apple, orange, grapes. Next, second line of code is what? This is for property index. This line of code is for property index. If I want to return zero number of element from the array, zero number of element from the array, then how I can write the code? fruits of 0. Keep it in mind, here while passing the index number I need to use square bracket, not this rounded bracket, or now no curly bracket. Square bracket into bracket the number. This is index number of element which I want to return as an output. So fruits, the first fruit is mango. See here, first fruit is mango. Then if I remove this first and instead of that fruit is, if suppose I pass here 4, we'll check what will be the output. The output is undefined. Why? Because we passed only 4 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wrote here fourth number of index, but though we pass here 4 values, it will start the counting from 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So for fourth number there is no any value. That's why it return us the value as undefined. If I pass here value 3, then I may get the value as this fourth number, that is grapes, like this. Next property is length property. Length property, for that I need to pass name of array dot length. Then it will give us length of array is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4. Next we will start with methods. So we'll go with first method, that is pop method. Pop method means if I want to remove the last element of array, I want to remove this grapes, then I need to use this pop method. See this pop method, fruits.pop, fruits.pop, and it will give us name of the element which it removed. So fruits.pop gives us name of the element which it removed. So here pop method of array is grapes. Why it gives grapes? Because by using pop method we are removing a last element. So my last element is grapes. So my value will be grapes. So fruits.pop in opening ending bracket gives me the value as grapes because grapes is the last element. Next, push method. This push method allows me to add the element at last. So fruits dot push into bracket opening ending double quote. If I pass any value, here I pass one value watermelon, that means here it push method of array is fourth. At which number I push that element? So it will go at fourth number, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will go at fourth number. So it given me the index number or the length or the number of that element it gives me. But if now I want what will be my array, then I need to again call array fruits. Then it will give me, see here, now it gives me watermelon. Why? Because it removed grapes because I used the pop method. It removes the last element. Push method, it adds the element at a last index, that is at fourth index, and that is what? Watermelon. So my new array is mango, apple, orange, watermelon. Next, reverse method. Reverse method means it will reverse the array. It will reverse the array. See here, reverse method. So it will reverse the array watermelon, orange, apple, mango. Next method is sort method. Sort method is for what? To sort the array. To sort out means, sorting means what? Alphabetically arranged. It will arrange the array alphabetically. So first element will be apple, next will be mango, next orange, next watermelon. Next method is concat method. Concat method is for that purpose I need two arrays. First is fruits, second here I initialize veg. These are two different arrays. If I want to concat that, then I need to write fruits dot concat veg, means first it will display my fruits array and after that it will display veg array. So what are the values for fruits? Mango, apple, orange and watermelon. Now grapes gone because I used pop method. And next the value will be tomato and potato. We'll check. See here, concat method, apple, mango, orange, watermelon, then tomato and potato. Means this concat array, what it is doing? It combines two arrays. It joins two arrays. So for that we use concat method. Next method is array. Next method is array. So by using that we can check whether the object is an array or not. Is array checks our array is array or not. Here we use that method. Is array, and here one parameter, that means name of the array or array elements. So it will give us either true or false value. So our value is true, means our array is array. Whatever the strings we pass in this double quote here, that means that are array. Next method is copy method. Copy within, not copy. The next method is copy within. This method is used to copy array elements within the array to and from specified position. For example, see here I use the syntax fruits dot copy within into bracket 2 comma 0, means at second position zero indexed value I need to copy. At second position zero indexed value I need to copy. So it gives us our array is, what is our array? Mango, apple, orange, watermelon. Here apple, mango, orange, watermelon. This is our array. And what I given? 2 comma 0. Copy within 2 comma 0 means second position I want 0th index of element. So second position means this orange position. In this orange position I want this apple name again. So apple, mango, apple, mango. Apple, mango, apple, mango. Like that it is copying the element. Next is index of. Next method is index of. That means whatever the element or name of the element we pass, it will return us the character or number of index of that. Suppose I pass here apple. What is the index of apple? That is 0. If I pass the value as mango, I will get 1. If I pass orange, I may get 2. If I pass watermelon, I may get 3. Like that. So these are all about methods and properties of array. Which are the methods and properties? Properties are index, length. Methods are concat, which joins two or more arrays. Copy within, which copies array element within the array. If we want to return same elements again and again, the position, to and from position, from which position we want, that we have to write. Copy within helps copies array elements within the array. Find if we want to find specific value, then we can pass here and we can use this method find into bracket the value if we want to find. For each, if we want to call the function, certain function for each element, for each element, these are the elements of array. For this each element, if we want to call certain function, then we can use this method for each. Index of means in this bracket, if we pass any name of element, any name of this element, then it will return us the index value for that element. Is array, it will check whether an object is an array or not. Pop method removes last element of an array. Push method add new element at the end of an array. Reverse, it will reverse the array. Sort, it will arrange the array elements alphabetically. That means sort. So these are about array object. So how many built-in objects you have in your syllabus? That are string object, math object, date object, number object and array object. So the objects which are having different properties, different methods we have seen, with example we have seen. So just keep it in mind. In your exam you may get for fill in the blanks or for the multiple choice or for true or false, you may get the question that is name of the particular method. This method is used for this purpose. Then you need to write or you need to type right answer as per your syllabus. They will ask the methods not outside the syllabus. So whatever the methods, you just go through it. You have to keep it in mind, this name of the methods. This is important for you. Once you go through this, you will get to know. You don't have the use of these methods in detail, but for objective purpose you may get the questions on these methods. So you have to go through this at least once. The name of the methods are explaining themselves. For example, get date. What is the use of get date? It returns the day of the month. Get day, it returns the day of the week. Get full year, it returns the full year, that is 4 digits. Means now current year is what? 2021. So for today's date, get full year returns us 2021. Get hours, it will returns the hours, like this. So this is all about JavaScript. So our chapter end today. Thank you.